We've talked a lot recently about the lack of affordable housing here in the Treasure Valley. There seems to be no ceiling on the prices as little inventory translates to skyrocketing property value, but there are multiple factors that make up our current housing crisis. Jake Garcia takes an in-depth look at the state of the market.
This is a rare sign, and if you're looking to buy a house or even a condo within a budget, it may be harder to find. There are 311 homes for sale in Ada County, but if you're looking for under $300,000, well, there's only 6. We talked with Greg Langhaim, a realtor who also has a YouTube channel about living in Boise and our housing market around the area, about our recent crisis. The Boise Metro continues to grow at a rate where builders are having a hard time keeping up and making progress.
We got so many people coming here. The demand is through the roof, and we just don't have the inventory. I mean, people are lining up at open houses to get in. They're lining up to see properties that are currently on the market, and we have builders who are just backlogged with, inventory. And then also we have so many clients who just they're getting burnt out.
People are not just moving here for jobs, but for quality of life too.
Boise is such an awesome city. It has so much potential, and people are starting to recognize that. And so we're getting people from the San Francisco area, but we're also getting people from the East Coast, people coming from Texas, Tennessee, Arizona, who see Boise and is like, man, this is a great tech city. There's tons of jobs here, unemployment's relatively low. So I don't think it's going to hurt it. I think it's just going to accelerate more and more as we go down this road.
But it's more than just a supply and demand issue. COVID-19 has also played a role in our housing market.
A lot of that was spurred due to COVID and employers moving to a work from home environment. And so we're seeing folks that are working for employers in other states, but able to move here and work from home. And I think that's one of the reasons we're seeing the housing market change so much.
Right now, people have just been out of work for a pretty long time now and are remaining out of work. The cost of housing continues to increase. We know that the price of rent increased by over 10% in 2020. So while income remains stagnant or is even decreasing for people, their cost of living is increasing. Seeing more and more people living paycheck to paycheck. And as we know, if anybody is living month to month, any unanticipated expense can come up and lead a family to a place where they can't pay their rent.
The city of Boise is already working on ways to improve the supply, as well as including a financial incentive program for developers.
And this incentives program steps in and says, if you can lock some of these down at certain income levels that are needed in our community in this program, it's 15 years, there will be this essentially financial incentive for them to do that. It's not hard to track the numbers and see the gap growing between housing costs and what people are still making in this community. So it's long been on our radar, and it's a major priority of Mayor McLean's.
Jake Garcia, Idaho News 6.
Alan Raby from Jesse Tree, who is also a state senator, said she is working on introducing legislation to make sure renters' fees are reasonable. And those 311 listings we mentioned, a good number of them could be under contract by the end of the weekend.